We used to have each other's playlists. No. We used to be each other's best friends. Yeah.
Like this. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a book haul. Actually, I filmed the unboxing previously, but the footage was really bad, like the audio is off, so I decided not to use that footage. So today we're going to be doing a book haul. As you know, Book Depository closed down, so I ordered a few books just before they closed. So these are all the books I ordered from Book Depository. I also have one more book that I haven't unboxed. We'll open that later. So I'm just going to introduce you to all the books I got. Let's get started. The first one I got is surprisingly not a fiction book, and it's In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I just heard a lot of booktubers saying really good things about this book, and I really want to read it when I'm in the mood for a non-fiction book. It says here, In the Dream House trace Carmen Maria Machado's relationship with a charismatic but volatile woman. Struggling to make sense of her harrowing experience, each chapter uses a different narrative lens as she holds events up to the light and examines them from different angles. She casts a critical eye over legal proceedings, fairy tales, Disney villains, and more, infusing everything with her characteristic wit, playfulness, and openness. The result is a wrenching, riveting book that explodes our ideas about what a memoir can do and be. Yes, so this is a memoir. I believe the chapters are really short. Maybe I can read like a few chapters at a time. Yeah, most of the chapters are 2 pages or 1 page. So that's the first book. Then the second book is Sorcery of Thorns. So this is a fantasy. Actually, I don't know why, but most of these books are fantasy books. So just to let you know. I heard a lot of fantasy booktubers talk about this, and they said this book is kind of like Ghibli vibes. So I'm really excited. I've never read anything by Margaret Rogerson, but I know she has a few different books out. I don't know what this book is about at all, so let's find out on Goodreads. Okay, so on Goodreads, this book has 4.07 rating, which is quite high. And
let's be quick. What is this about? It is about our lovely, wonderful Elizabeth. She's the only person whose name I remember in this entire video. Orphaned, raised in a magical, haunted library where they house spell books. And these spell books have a mind of their own. So they really need to be protected, or else they can easily turn into like demon monster things. That's her job, and that's what she wants to be for the rest of her life. She just wants to live in a library. We love Elizabeth. Something bad happens in the library, and she, for some reason, is accused of this crime. So she has to go be put on trial by the wizards of her kingdom. On the journey to the trial, she is being kind of escorted by this guy named Nathaniel, another wizard. She's also been raised to fear wizards, so they are not friends, by the way. They are not friends. As they are traveling, things kind of start to come to light, and there is something much bigger than this tiny crime that happened. Elizabeth and Nathaniel are the ones who are going to have to save the kingdom, save the library.
yeah, so Hannah from A Clockwork Reader rated this book 5 stars. Haley rated this book 3.5 stars. Chloe rated this 4 stars. Also, Isabella rated this 5 stars. So I am really excited. It also has a map, but I never get the map, so they're just really pretty to me. The next book is really hyped up recently, and it's Once Upon a Broken Heart. And the cover, can we appreciate the cover? Pink and beautiful. So again, it has a really beautiful map. So this is by Stephanie Garber, who also wrote Caraval. But I read Caraval last year and I didn't really like it. I just didn't like the vibe or the writing style, so hopefully I will like this book. As you all know, Haley, Destiny, and Sarah all read this and they loved it. And I also know Carrie from Carrie Can Read also loved this series. And again, let's see on Goodreads. So this book has 4.13 rating, which is higher than Sorcery of Thorns. Wow. Just so many people rated this 5 stars or 4 stars. Yeah, I don't really want to read into what it's about. I want to read this kind of blindly, so hopefully I will like this. We have 5 more books, and all of them are fantasy. So the next book is 6 Crimson Crane. So I got a few books that are by Asian authors because I want to support Asian authors. And this one is by Elizabeth Lim. I see this book all over Instagram, Bookstagram, and I really like the cover. I actually like the American cover more, but this one is nice too. That one was really expensive on Book Depository, so I chose this one. Wait, my battery is going off. Let's change the battery first. Okay, I'm back. The angle might be a little bit different. So, as I was saying, 6 Crimson Crane was all over Bookstagram, and I always see this book. Well, here, Stephanie Garber wrote a dazzling fairy tale full of breathtaking storytelling. So 6 Crimson Cranes, guys, the rating on Goodreads is 4.24. So it's even higher than Once Upon a Broken Heart, right? Once Upon a Broken Heart was 4.13. Yes, so it's higher than Once Upon a Broken Heart. That's surprising. So on Goodreads, Isabella rated this 5 stars, and Chloe Gong, another author, also rated this 5 stars. So this is about a princess in exile, 6 enchanted cranes, an unspeakable curse. Princess Shiori Anma has a secret. Forbidden magic runs in her veins until she loses control on the morning of her unwanted
betrothal,
and is discovered by her stepmother, Raikama. A sorcerer in her own right, Raikama banishes Shiori, transforming her brothers into cranes and warning her that she must speak of it to no one. For with every word that escapes her lips, one of her brothers will die. But as Shiori searches for her brothers, she uncovers a dark conspiracy to seize the throne. To save her kingdom, she must place her trust in a paper bird,
mercurial
dragon, and the boy she fought so hard not to marry. And she must embrace the magic she's been taught all her life to contain, no matter what its cost. Ooh, this sounds exciting. So I don't think it's a romance specifically, but it sounds really interesting. And the next one is also by a Asian author. This is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. Another beautiful cover. And Elizabeth Lim says here, beautiful, mesmerizing. Stephanie Garber said, entirely enchanting. Chloe Gong said, a tale brimming with love. So if they love it, I'm sure I will like this. Actually, this book is quite short compared to the others, so maybe I can read this first. So it's by Axie O, and I think this one is based off of a Korean traditional tale, if I'm not mistaken. So I think this book is about a girl, Mina, and every year the people has to sacrifice one girl to the sea god, and her brother's, I don't know, girlfriend is chosen, but Mina knows that his brother will be really sad. So at the last moment, she threw herself into the water instead. So the story goes from there, and I guess she has to save the people from the sea god. The lighting's a bit weird now, but Let's continue. The next book is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This book was really hyped up like a few months ago, I believe. This book is super floppy. Nice. And I think this is also a fantasy romance, is it? But I know that everyone loves this book. Yeah, I know Sarah liked this. I hope I like it too. Again, Stephanie Garber is here. A brilliant fantasy with a bold, beating heart. I think this is kind of a heist. That's all I know. Let's see the rating on Goodreads. So the rating of Dance of Thieves is 4.19. Wow. All of these have 4 stars or higher. What about The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea? The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea has 4.15. I didn't know that all the book I bought has 4 stars or higher. So definitely the next 2 books will also have 4 stars or higher. I'm pretty sure. So the next book is super hyped up. Super hyped up. It kind of started book talk in a way. It's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And can you believe it when I say I haven't read this book? I haven't read this book mainly because I always hear people saying it's like a really slow book, and I don't like slow books, but I really want to try it out, and I got the illustrated version, which is beautiful. This is illustrated, and there are little illustrations on the book itself. I think there's colored ones too. So I'm really excited to read this book. And look at this. It has flowers, and it also has a little bookmark. I can't wait to read this. So let's see, what's the rating? So The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue has 4.21 stars on Goodreads with loads of ratings. It has 800,000 ratings. And here it says, France, 1714. In a moment of desperation, a young woman makes a something bargain to live forever and is cursed to be forgotten by everyone she meets. Thus begins the extraordinary life of Addie LaRue, and a dazzling adventure that will play out across centuries and continents, across history and art, as a young woman learns how far she will go to leave her mark on the world. But everything changes when, after nearly 300 years, Addie stumbles upon a young man in a hidden bookstore, and he remembers her name. Hannah rated it 4 stars, Chloe 4 stars, Destiny 5 stars, Isabella 5 stars, Rachel 4 stars, Jack Edwards 3 stars, Haley 3 stars, Sunny 3 stars. A lot of 3 stars from booktubers, but I'll see if I can give it more than 3 stars. And the last book I mainly got because Hannah says she loved this book, and it's called The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. I think it's a horror book. I'm really excited. Oh, there's nothing on this book, just the side. So this book is a horror book, and it says, once upon a time, a man who believed in fairy tales. Oh no. Oh no, it's falling. So, once upon a time, a man who believed in fairy tales married a beautiful, mysterious woman named Indigo. He was a scholar of myths. She was
heiress
to a fortune. They exchanged gifts and stories and believed they would live happily ever after. And in exchange for her love, Indigo extracted a promise that her bridegroom would never pry into her past. But when Indigo learns that her estranged aunt is dying and the couple is forced to return to her childhood home, the House of Dreams, the bridegroom soon finds himself unable to resist, for within the crumbling manor's extravagant rooms and musty halls, there lurks a shadow of another girl, Azure, Indigo's dearest childhood friend, who disappeared without a trace. As the house slowly reveals his wife's secrets, The bridegroom will be forced to choose between reality and fantasy, even if doing so threatens to destroy their marriage or their lives. Wow, this sounds super fun. I want to read this next. Last but not least, we have one last package. I think I know which book it is. Oh, okay, so this is another book I got myself. It's a non-fiction Christian book. I see a lot of recommendation of this book. I think I saw Haley read this book and also Jess Conti read this book. It's The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry: How to Stay Emotionally Healthy and Spiritually Alive in the Chaos of the Modern World. It's a Christian book, but I think a lot of people that are not religious also say this book helps them. So it's about how difficult it is to be living in the presence of God, or just even being aware of it, in capitalism and consumerism and the attention economy, and how do we actually live in that and then be aware of our spirituality, our emotional health, of God's presence, all those things. And so he basically breaks down all the ways that we can cure ourselves of hurry sickness, which we all have. And because of this book, I started doing no phone Sabbaths, and I just do things that refresh my soul. And I'm telling you, the next day on Monday, it felt like I was high on crack because of how amazing I felt. So I think this will be a really helpful book. Actually, the words are quite big, so I think it will be an easy read. So these are all the books I got, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I am sweating, so I need to open the AC soon. Remember to let me know which book you want me to read first, or which book I should read first. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog with the books. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. If you're still here, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
We used to have each other's playlists. No, no. Used to be each other's best friends. Yeah.